Bad tenants, how to handle their incoming phone call. You're a crappy landlord and I'm going to sue you. Or, you can't charge me for that. Or, what do you mean you're charging me a late fee? Any of this sound familiar? Hi, Steve Schultz here from Blue Fox Properties. In this video, I will give you 8 tips to handle the incoming phone call from an upset tenant. Let's get to it. Number 1, be professional and don't tolerate being treated disrespectfully. If they are swearing or otherwise treating you disrespectfully, simply tell them, hey, I'm happy to have a conversation with you, and I can hear that you're upset. But if you continue to swear and speak disrespectfully, I will hang up on you. You know, what we found is this really puts them on notice and it lets them know you will not tolerate being treated poorly. Your goal indeed is to hear them out, but they need to express their concerns in a respectful manner. Number 2, let them vent by asking them what the issue is and don't interrupt. So give them the space to fully express their frustration first. Don't interrupt. Interrupting can actually cause them to escalate in their anger rather than diffusing it. Number 3, acknowledge their feelings before addressing facts. You know what? It sounds like you're very upset about this, or, you know, I understand that this is very concerning for you. So what you want to do is just let them know that you're hearing them. You're acknowledging what they feel. Before we move on to the next tip, if you don't want to deal with bad tenants or anything else as it relates to your property, contact us about managing your Tucson rental house and perhaps we are a fit for you. Number 4, explain that you don't want to take the required action, but you have to. So explain to them that it gives you no pleasure that you have to do what you have to do because you have to protect your interests and the property. So an example of this might be an eviction scenario. So let's say Joe doesn't pay the rent this month and so you file for eviction and then Joe calls you upset that you filed for eviction. Well, you just explain to Joe to say, hey Joe, you know what? It gives me no pleasure to have to do this, but I have to do that, you know, because I have to protect my interests and the property. Number 5, ask them to put their concerns in writing if they haven't already and exactly the resolution they are seeking. You know, sometimes they just need some time to gather their thoughts and to cool down, and sometimes this can help them do just that. And in addition to that, sometimes it will help them realize that maybe they're being a little bit unreasonable. So sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. Number 6, ask them how they would handle the situation if they were you. So again, sometimes this is a good pattern interrupt where it gets them thinking more rationally. Again, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Number 7, document the phone call. You know, jot down some notes about the call. What I have found is it's best to take notes real time. So you can be taking those notes, identifying some key issues that they brought up, and you can also bring those back to them, repeat them back to them, or say, hey, you know what? I know you mentioned this thing. Tell me more about that. So it's best to do it real time in my experience, but at a minimum, at least make sure you do it after the call. And number 8, although this seems absolutely obvious, remain calm. This is much easier said than done. So you don't want to let your emotions take over. Don't escalate your emotions to match theirs. You may want to tell them that they caught you at a bad time and you'll call them back because this can give you an opportunity to prepare for the call. It also can give them a moment to cool down as well. So you just want to make sure, again, you don't match their elevated emotions with your own. That's it for handling phone calls from upset tenants. Don't forget to subscribe below, and I'll see you on the next video.